Hello, welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I'm Rand, this is Nora, my daughter. She's in the middle of drawing a picture. I told her she can go ahead and do that as I go over the show. Today I'll be going over the UEFA Europa League matches for the, actually today and tomorrow. These are the semifinals for the Europa League tournament. Earlier this week, let's see, I had a, I went I went 3-1 this week in Europa League matches. I'll quickly show you. I don't have all the time to go over it all, but let's see. Monday, Manchester United beat Copenhagen. We'll get into that. But I had Copenhagen +2 or +1.5 or something, or 2. So it was +2, and they stayed within that. I lost. I had Leverkusen winning on the money line. They lost to Internazionale Milano. So that was the only loss I had. But on Tuesday, Shakhtar Donetsk got it done over Basel. Donetsk. I picked that. And Sevilla beat the Wolves. I also picked that one. So Rapunzel. Well, she doesn't have eyes or anything yet. So, but anyway, yeah. So today we have let's see. At 3 o'clock today, Sunday, August 16th, we've got Sevilla taking on Manchester United. This is going to be a good football match today at 3 o'clock. All right, Sevilla their domestic record, they finished in La Liga at number 4 with a record of 19 wins, 13 draws, 6 losses. In their last 5 Europa League matches, they are 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. They're taking Manchester United, who in their domestic league, they have finished the number 3 on their table in the English Premier League with a record of 18 wins, 12 draws, and 8 losses. In the last 5 Europa League matches, they have Manchester United has a record of 4 wins and 1 draw, 0 losses. So the odds: Sevilla is the underdog at +204. You can get half a goal, and it'll drop that 204 to a -127. Manchester United, a plus money favorite at +144. Now you can get them to cover that half a goal, and it'll still be a plus number at +107. Okay, so here we go. The last match for Sevilla was the win against Wolverhampton, the Wolves, in which they won 0-1. Last match for Manchester United was, I mentioned just a second ago, was the win at Copenhagen, or Copenhagen. I like saying that one better. Copenhagen. Can you say it, Copenhagen? Copenhagen. I think that was that something? That was what, 0-1 also, I believe. Where is it? Yep, that was 1-0.
That's her chameleon on her dress.
Wow, 1-0. But I didn't mention that if the draw is set at +233 if you want to go that way.
It looks like an ant without antlers.
Huh, that's interesting. The total is at 2.5. If you think it's going to go over, you're paying a little extra juice at -113. Under is at -107. Okay, these guys do have head-to-head matches, which One of them's kind of dated, but the other two are from 2018. So I figured close enough. There's 3 of them, just to display scores. I'll put them. First, back in August of 2013, Sevilla won 1-3. Then in February of 2018, there was a clean sheet draw, 0-0, and the most recent match between Sevilla and Manchester United was on March 13th of 2018, and Sevilla beat them 1-2. So head to head, Sevilla's 1-2, and they've had a draw. That's interesting. Keep that in mind. Okay. Now, because I don't want to be repetitive, and I kept going. I went over the players, the domestic leading scored players. Yep, did not change. You know, it's the same stars. But what I did was I just where is it? Where are we at? Sevilla. Okay. What I did was I just took. See this last game, 0-1. The guy that scored that goal. He's their star too. His name is
Chubby Mouse.
Lucas Ocampos, and I did mention him last week. Ocampos, Lucas Ocampos for Sevilla, and his domestic table, or in the La Liga, he had 14 goals. He is number 5, and his market value is 55 million. That's a lot. It sure is. You're supposed to say that's a lot.
That's a yacht.
You say that every time unless we're doing Belarus League, then you don't have to say it because it's not a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm just playing. I'm just teasing. You don't have to say it. Okay. Manchester United, their win against Copenhagen. Man, they snuck. I mean, everybody expected them to blow Copenhagen away. Okay.
This mouse has a big hand.
The guy that scored that one goal, he's number 18. His name is Bruno Fernandes. He is the 4th highest scorer on their team for the English Premier League He's from Portugal.
I don't know the red ones.
He had, in the domestic league, in the English Premier League, he had 8 goals last season. His market value is 77 million. That's a lot.
Comment down below if you know the color of the other mouse. Because I don't know it.
Oh,
Is
Cinderella's
it yellow?
mice. Cinderella's mice.
I don't know it. Is it yellow?
It's whatever color you want it to be, baby.
But I want it to be the red color.
I don't know what color it is. I didn't know there were different colors for the mice on Cinderella.
They have t-shirts.
Anyway.
Was named Gus Gus, and that was named
What else we got? So those are the guys that scored. I don't have the time or the room to put their leading scorers of the domestic league, but if you want to, you can check the last week's video with Sevilla, in their match against who'd they play? The Wolves, and it's all right there. I can read it to you quickly. We got Lucas Ocampos, bang bang, Luke De Jong,
yellow, so I'm gonna make it yellow.
and then Munir El Haddadi, but he just goes by the single name of Munir. Okay, those are the 3 leading scorers of that team. For Manchester United, their leading scorers, like I said, on the team, Bruno Fernandes is number 4th, because ahead of him they have Anthony Martial with 17, Marcus Rashford, y'all know him, and Mason Greenwood. Okay? So, but like I said, I don't have the room or the time to rate all that. Now, my pick on this game, this is a tough one. But as of late, I'm more impressed with Sevilla, to tell you the truth. I mean, Copenhagen, they were good, but at Manchester United,
That's Cinderella,
you know,
and that's
I put my money on
Rapunzel
Copenhagen.
with her chameleon.
+2, yep, I know. And I won with Copenhagen, but Manchester United beat them. But you know what? I'm taking the upset in this. I'm going to take Sevilla. I'm going to take them on the money line. You know, let's go La Liga. Oh no! Oh no, we're okay. We're okay. You gotta be a little bit more careful. Where we at? Time check, 11 minutes. Okay, so I'm taking Sevilla. Be careful, Nora. And, you know, we got the displayed scores. We have a 1 to 3. This is another reason why I'm taking Sevilla. Even though these are dated, they've beat them. Both the head-to-head beat them 2 out of 3. And the third, was a draw. So, Sevilla, the final score is going to
I
be
can't see you. Now I can see you.
2 to 1. Okay, that's going to go over. And there you have it.
Wait,
That's
I
gonna
made
be-
a draw.
This is today in about 4 hours.
How do you draw Rapunzel?
Oh my goodness, that's a tough word. Well, you make it a capital R. I don't even know if I'm spelling this right, but Rapunzel?
No, Rapunzel.
I think it's Rapunzel.
No, it's
Rapunzel. I don't know if that's right, but I think that's right. Rupunzel. Look at this yellow is now brown.
kind of.
Yeah, this marker is going to be thrown out pretty soon.
Yeah, but the orange still works.
Kind of, but the orange is also a dark brown. Look at, I'll show you. Well, it's orange, but it's mixed with dark. See? Here. Okay. Moving on. Next, we have Internazionale Milano from Serie A over in Italy. AK, also known
the
as.
chameleon isn't printed on her dress. It's walking on her dress.
Also known as Inter Milan. They are taking. I hear you, Nora. I'm not being mean. I gotta do the show. They're taking on Shakhtar Donetsk from the Ukrainian Premier League.
Winston, you're making lots of noise.
I know. He's got some itch, but there's no fleas. He's got dry skin because he's old.
He's corgi.
Yeah. Okay. Shakhtar Donetsk from the Ukrainian Premier League. All right. Inter Milan. Their domestic record was 24 wins, 10 draws, 4 losses. They finished number 2 in Serie A, which is a damn good league. The last 5 Europa League matches, they are 4 wins, 0 draws, and 1 loss. And they are the big favorite here at -136. If you think they're good enough to cover a goal, it could drop that -136 to a -109. A little less juice you got to pay for that. Okay? They are taking on Donetsk. Boom. Let me do it from here because I can't. I'm right-handed and cross-reaching and all that. Okay. Donetsk. Shakhtar Donetsk. They come in, on their domestic table in the Ukrainian Premier League, they finished number 1 with a record of 26 wins, 4 draws, and 2 losses. In the last 5 of their Europa League matches, they are 4 wins, 1 draw, 0 losses. Good on ya. They're the big underdog at +350. You can buy a goal, it'll drop it down to a -111. Okay, Inter Milan, their last match to get to this semifinal match. In the quarterfinals, they beat Bayer Leverkusen. Leverkusen, Kai Havertz, he did score, but it was a little too late. They beat Leverkusen 2-1, and I'm going to explain the goal scorers of that game. Shakhtar Donetsk, in the quarterfinals, they beat Basel from the Swiss league. They beat them 4-1. Now, yeah, it's a pain in the butt. They have 4 scores, and everybody is 4 different people. So I'm gonna have to try to fit them in there. Thankfully, these teams not thankfully, but they've only played twice head-to-head, and it happened to be in 2005. So I'm not gonna write that. It'll give me more room for players. But I do have to write a little bit of displayed scores so we can figure out the total. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to put those 2005 scores on. What I did is I printed out their last Europa League matches. So I'll throw in, like, this is what I do when there's not head-to-head matches in other leagues that I cover. Okay, so Inter Milan, their last, they had that win over Leverkusen 2-1. Then before that, they beat Getafe 2-0. And prior to that, they beat Ludogorets 2-1. And we'll do one more. And they lost to Ludogorets prior to that 0-2. Wait, yeah. So that's their last four. See, they had that one loss right there. Last 4 of their Europa League matches. And Shakhtar Donetsk, they had a 4-1, okay, against Basel. Prior to that, they beat Wolfsburg 3-0. Prior to that, they beat Wolfsburg again 1-2 because this is Europa League, Before that, they had the draw against Benfica. 3-3 is it Benfica or Benfica? It's Benfica. I think, aren't they La Liga too? I don't know. Anyway, there's their last 4, just so we can have displayed scores so we can figure out the total. And look at over, under. So of all the displayed scores, all of Donetsk went over the 2.5 easily. And all of Inter Milan either pushed or went under the 2.5. Or not pushed, but you know what I'm saying? It was 2-1. So I got it. I'm leaning toward the over in this game. Okay? We'll figure it out after I put the score. Now, okay, the players that scored last match for Inter Milan, this guy hasn't been on the board because he's not a star or nothing, but his name is Nicolo Barella. He is native Italian. Last in the domestic tournament or league, he only had 1 score last season. He's number 23. He's a midfielder. His market value is $39.6 million. Also, their star, Romelu Lukaku, who was on the board last week, he had a score. Lukaku in the domestic league, he has 23 goals for Serie A. He is number 9 and market value of $74.8 million for Romelu Lukaku. Okay, he's from Belgium, by the way. Barella, like I said, native Italian. Donetsk. Now this is where it gets, I don't even know if I can fit. I'll try. we got 4 people that scored, you know, their last game against Basel, 4-1, and it had to be all different people to do it all. Can't you just get a hat trick guy? But anyway, let's go. Two of them were on the board last week. Junior. Oh, that marker's horrible. Horrible. Junior Moraes. He is their team their team's leading scorer with 20 goals domestic for the Ukrainian Premier League. He is number 10. His market value is 4.4 million. They don't get paid a lot over in Ukraine comparatively to like other, you know. And he's the star, you know what I mean? 4.4 million. The guy from Brazil also was on last week's show. Tezan, single name. He had 10 scores domestically, number 7, and 10.4 million for Tezan. Another guy from Brazil, his name is Alan Patrick. Doesn't sound like a Brazilian name, but that's what it says, nationality, Brazil. Alan Patrick had 4 scores last year. He's number 21 and 5.2 million. Finally, the 4th goal scorer, his name is Dodo. Yeah, he's also Brazilian. So three of the 4 guys up here are Brazilian. Dodo is he only had 1 score during the during the Ukrainian Premier League table. He's number 98 and modest 3.9 million for Dodo. So there you have it. There's everybody that scored last week when they beat Basel. Now this match, where's pink? Whatever, use pink. Man, tough again, because I like this Ukrainian team. I like Shakhtar Donetsk. But how can you go against Internazionale Milano? Inter Milan is fantastic. Look at, this is tougher to pick for me than the upset here. But I'm gonna, you know what? I'm taking Donetsk plus 1 goal. I'm gonna take them. Hopefully, I would dust the draw too. Donetsk is playing very well. 4-1-0 in their last 5 Europa matches. Inter Milan, they lost one against, I think it was RB Leipzig or Leverkusen or some crap like that. Oh, I have it right here, don't I? Yeah, they lost to that Ludogorets 0-2. Ludogorets, I don't even know who they are. They also lost, before that, they lost to Eintracht Frankfurt from Bundesliga. But anyway, I'm taking Donetsk plus 1. I write my name right over here by their star. I might put a player prop bet on him. Final score. This is going to be tough. We have all their matches been going over. All of them. All went over. All these matches. Well, two of them went under. I'm going over. I'll go Inter Milan. I'll give them 1, but I'm giving Donetsk 2. So I'm gonna say this final score is gonna be 1-2 going over. I am gonna put a little bit on the draw in case it does draw, just dust it. And like I said, I got it plus 1. So even if it does draw, I'm not gonna dust the draw because I got plus 1. So it'll be a push, right? If it's No, I'll win. If it's a draw, I'll win. Yeah. Because I'm +1. All right. If Inter Milan wins by 1, then it pushes. If they win by more than 1, bah, bah, bah. Anyway, hold on. Recap. to recap, I've got Sevilla upsetting Manchester United by a score of 2-1, and then I have Shakhtar Donetsk tomorrow. This game is tomorrow at 3:00, upsetting Inter Milan by a score of 1-2. Now, this is why it's gambling. I could just roll with the favorites like every other handicapper and just tell you, oh, Inter Milan and Manchester United, they're going to win. But, you know, I'm giving my honest, I'm honestly playing these bets. So that's how I do it. Anyway, gather the info. Rapunzel, Cinderella. Who's going to win that one? I don't know. I think I'm taking crepes. Anyway, gather the info, place the bets, cash the tickets. I appreciate you watching. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Feel free to comment your opinions on who you think is going to win this game. I noticed they've been flowing in for all the other Champion and Europa games, and I love them. I like the different opinions. I like what everybody's feeling out, you know. But this is what I'm thinking. So good luck with these bets, and I will see you guys next episode.